Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about quadratic expressions. In this chapter, we are going to learn about equations and expressions, quadratic equations, roots of equation, and nature of roots. Before learning about quadratic equations, first we look at equations and expressions. What is an expression? A number or a variable or a combination of both, including operation symbols, is known as expression. Now we'll see what is an equation. An equation is a combination of expressions connected by an equal sign. As you can see, on the left hand side we have an expression and on the right hand side we have another expression. By the combination of both, we get an equation. Now that we have learned about difference between equations and expressions, we move on to next topic, quadratic expression. A quadratic expression is a polynomial expression of degree 2 in one variable of type f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c, which means the highest power of the expression must be equal to 2. In the above equation, a, b, c are variables. A is called the leading coefficient and c is the constant value of the expression. If the above expression is equal to 0, then it is called quadratic equation. And the values of x which can make the equation equal to 0 are called the roots of the equation. Every quadratic equation will have two roots, alpha and beta. That means if we replace the x in the quadratic equation with alpha or beta, it must be equal to 0. For some equations, we can find roots very easily. If c equal to 0, one of the roots is equal to 0 and the other root will be equal to minus b by a. And for an equation, if b equal to 0 and c equal to 0, then all roots are equal to 0. And for an equation, if a equal to c, then the roots are inverse of each other. There are two types of roots, real roots and imaginary roots. Real roots are the points on the curve that touch on the x-axis of the curve. Imaginary roots doesn't make any points on the x-axis. That's why they are called imaginary. If the equation has two real roots, that is both alpha and beta are real, then both alpha and beta can be pointed on x-axis. If the equation has two real and equal roots, then there is only one point that is touching to the x-axis. For an equation with imaginary roots, there won't be any points on the x-axis as they are imaginary. To find the solutions of the equation, we have a formula. X equal to minus b plus or minus root over d by 2a. Here d is known as discriminant, which is equals to b square minus 4ac. As the equation becomes minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. The properties of the roots can be explained depending upon the values of the discriminant. If the discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots alpha and beta are unequal and real. Roots are rational numbers if the discriminant is a perfect square root, and the roots are irrational if the discriminant is not a perfect square root. If the discriminant is equal to 0, the roots alpha and beta are equal. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. Let's look at a practical question. A wooden plank of area 5 meters square is given. Its length is 4 meters more than the width of the plank. How do you find the dimensions of this plank? Let's solve this question with quadratic equations. Plank with area is given. Let us assume the width of the plank is x. Then according to the question, length of the plank will be x plus 4. Let us apply the area of rectangle formula. A is equals to length into breadth. Substitute length and width from the figure. Area is equals to x plus 4 multiplied by x. Then the equation becomes area is equals to x square plus 4x. We know that the area is equal to 5. So substituting area in the above equation, the equation will become 5 equal to x square plus 4x. We can rewrite the equation as x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Comparing our equation with the general form of quadratic equation, we get a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, c is equals to minus 5. First, we need to find the discriminant. We know discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Substitute the values of a, b, c in the formula. Discriminant d is equal to 4 square minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by minus 5. Then the d is equals to 36. We know the formula to find the roots of equation. X is equals to minus b plus or minus root over d by 2a. Again, substitute the values in the above equation. Then the x becomes minus 4 plus or minus root over 36 by 2 multiplied by 1. We take alpha is equals to minus 4 plus root over 36 by 2. That becomes 1. And we take beta is equals to minus 4 minus root over 36 by 2. That becomes minus 5. Now that we got two solutions, width of the plank can only have one value. So we take x is equals to 1 meter, as the width cannot be negative. So the width is 1 meter and the length is 5 meters, which satisfies the area of 5 meters square of the plank. Thank you for learning something new today. For more on this chapter, check out the description.